Good morning. There's a reason why I'm posting a video this morning. There's a reason why I post a video every time, but hopefully this one won't be long. But I need to speak because I can't think in my own head. And I need to get my head straight. I need to centre myself and I need to get on with my day. So I doubt anyone's going to listen, but that's not the point of the video. I'm bare-chested, and just goes to show you how ill I am, because I don't do this for shit. I don't show myself like this. So I wake up this morning and I don't seem to care. To be honest, given the situation, in my mind the most important thing is getting my head straight. So I'm going to shame myself by showing my bare chest to the whole world. I'm very ill. So last night I was granted another rest. So that was 3 or 4 rests in a row I was granted by my mental health, where I barely slept for days. And I woke and it was the same thing, regardless, it was the same thing last night, and that was I was in agony. I woke up and started again. I was in a lot of pain, and this has been going on, coronavirus related, and they're just not really putting out the right information. And my autism, I don't read between the lines enough to figure out what's really going on, but I'm beginning to put my mind towards the coronavirus now, because this can't be too much of a coincidence that my life is going to shit like this, pardon me, and the coronavirus is going on. So I'm going to put these, for those of you that didn't watch the video yesterday, I want to put these funky slippers on. They're to make me balance and essentially get my posture in an upright position to get me focused. Do a little bit of exercise, so to speak, without really doing any exercise. But as a result, I can't watch myself like this now. Let me put the top on. I can't. I feel sick. I don't know how people do it, but that's not me. I forget what I was saying. So put the slippers on, do some exercise. Right, I've lost track. Let's get my head straight. And I woke last night, the same thing. I was put in a lot of pain around 1 o'clock at night, 1:30 when I got up, and it's really bad. It takes me by surprise. It's really bad. It takes me by surprise. I'm really in a bad way. I'm really in a bad way. I haven't slept all night. I haven't slept since then, sorry. And there's been anxiety ever since. And as a result, I can feel it in my body, and I don't get angry. I never get angry, so something is up, very serious. I awoke, I was in a lot of pain. Because I'm in a small one-bedroom flat, one-bedroom studio essentially, there's not a lot of room. My mental health doesn't let me think. It doesn't let me focus. And I mean, I say it's mental health, but I've just woken up, you know. I'm a bit dazed anyway. I barely sleep. And that juxtaposition, because I am very ill physically as well, it's a bit much. Chuck some clothes on and go out for a walk, get some fresh air, centre myself, and that tends to be enough to, or has tended to be enough to get my head straight, and I can return and get on with the night, because I sleep every 6 hours, and I'm active at night. This time, whatever began yesterday, 2 videos before where I was screaming like a little girl from waking up and essentially being as relaxed as I've been for the first time in a long time, and whatever energetic, because it's energy based, whatever energetic illness that I'm going through that interacts with me through my mental health at the same time really did scare me. And my whiny voice is returning, fantastic. Really did scare me. Because there's no way I should have been allowed to continue. It was too much for my consciousness to experience that as a situation and as a reality. It was pushing my mind beyond what is acceptable for reality. There's a reason I'm having to talk back, because it feels like my memory's just been wiped. So as long as I can return and talk myself through this, that's fine. And I'm almost certain these videos can have value if people can get past my fucking whiny voice in the future. A bit focused beyond my mental health, believe it or not. So essentially, I'm trying to imagine, this is what I was going through. Try and imagine your mind somehow seeing your body and your vision essentially being twisted to your body being twisted. So you wake up and you're a bit relaxed, and then all of a sudden the aches and the pain start to come back in your body, and that's fine if that happens, and your body begins to twist because you have something like scoliosis and your spine's a bit mangled, and where your body was relaxed lying down, you stand up and whatever is going on, and probably originates on feet, so these slippers are very, very helpful, begins to radiate through the body. And as it happens, I try to resist. I try to stand up straight. Stand up straight. But the more I resist, the more I put it into a new position. And I need to stop with those fucking hand movements. They remind me of my friend Alex, and I don't know why I do that all of a sudden. Don't get angry. I have to constantly talk myself back into sanity. I've had to do this for years now, but unfortunately I can't think in my own head. So I'm speaking to a video. And I resist. I try and stand up straight, but somehow resisting only feeds tension on the other side of my body, and it's just a very unpleasant experience. Now, where it's a bit fucked up is that beyond the pain, the physical pain, my vision somehow interacts with it, and it makes my vision sticks to the energy. Rather than my vision sticking to my physical body, my vision somehow connects to the energy instead. And where I would otherwise just stand up and see myself stand at a bit of an angle and be in a lot of pain and feel energy being moved, my vision is connected to the energy. And instead, I'm experiencing energy wrapping and twisting on my body through my eyes, and experiencing physical pain as a result. So it's like, essentially, this is where I say I should have passed out. It's essentially like I'm watching my body being twisted physically, wrapped up and contorted, and I'm experiencing physical pain to those movements and contortions and twists. It was too much for my mind, regardless if it's a mental health disorder or not, which it obviously is. There's no way I should have been able to experience it, because it was too disturbing. And that's why I was screaming like a little girl. But last night when I woke up and I was in physical pain, it was a bit different. And I went for a walk. The opposite happened. My eyes, maybe because I was moving and I was walking, and maybe because I'd actually had a bit more rest, than I'd had leading up to the prior event, my eyes stuck with my body, but nonetheless I saw energy wrap around my body, wrapped around my arm, wrapped around my shoulder, and it created physical disturbance within my body. It created pressure, and the energy itself feels yucky. Now it reminds me of Sia's song Elastic Heart, because it was elastic in nature, it was a bit stretchy. And that's not really natural energy as I've experienced natural energy. This was a bit more external consciousness. My fucking whiny voice, man. How none of you have fucking come around here and punch me in the fucking face just because you've heard my fucking whiny voice? I don't know. I hate it. And this elastic, unnatural energy wrapped around my body, and it reminds me of Sia's song Elastic Heart. Somehow it's very much connected to my heart because it wraps around my shoulder and it wraps around my arm, and it's green in nature, which is the colour of the heart centre. This is where I think you're all taking the piss out of me, because you all know, how can she put a fucking song out, how can she put a song out there to the whole world about an elastic fucking heart, and I'm experiencing something that could be linked to that, and experiencing a lot of pain and discomfort as a result of it. And I got back, tried to use my massage gun to remedy the pain and discomfort. Fucking voice. And it reminds me of this girl I know, my voice all of a sudden, these voices I'm hearing, and I've got nothing to do with her. So why it persists, I don't know. And I tried to use my massage gun to remedy the situation, or remove the anxiety at least, but the pain was too much, and I was a bit of a mess on the floor. And essentially I had to humble myself to the experience of life, humble myself to the beating I've been having for weeks now. And I just accepted it. I said, look, this is ridiculous, I need to pass out. I need to pass out from this. And this place that I've been complaining about, that is just, that I've been complaining about for weeks, where I get put into like a fever-like place, and I rest there, and my breathing goes all fucked, and I'm fighting for life, and it's telling me I'm resting, but it's anything but, because my body is in agony. There is no way you can rest if you're not asleep and you're in physical pain. It's more like your nervous system is on fire, or being ripped, or being stretched, but anyway, something happening that isn't right. What fucking voice! And it's coming from my heart again. I can feel like there's a slight tension in my heart, and it's going up to my neck. I don't give a fuck, obviously, if anybody's actually still watching. I've lost hope for life, man. I'm just... I gave up, and I tried to put myself... I realised that the fact that I do have this strange sleep pattern where I sleep for 4 hours a day if I'm allowed. My mental health has been stopping me. But that's not the problem, it's been stopping me from resting. So in other words, lying and actually allowing my body to return to some, I can't feel my voice, to some ease. Was the problem, was the real problem. And unfortunately, I had to put myself and lie down and succumb to this unpleasant thing in my throat, unpleasant breathing. whatever happens with my nervous system, just allow it, because my body needed to be still. My spine needed to settle. But as I said, I believe it's nervous system related, because it's like I'm in a constant state of anxiety, and it's almost like there's something seriously wrong going on with my nervous system. But unfortunately, if I didn't address my physical body and my spine, what's the point of having a nervous system? So I've been there all night. In some ways, I'm sure my body's doing better as a result of just lying. But I haven't slept. Not only haven't I slept, I've expressed to you what's really going on in that place, and it's not healthy. Constant state of anxiety. And where I would have probably been okay to carry on for a few more hours, if not the whole day. I know I'm off camera because I really want my spine to rest. If my spine can rest, then I can stand a good shot at getting on with stuff. Even if I have to hold my breath to this unpleasant experience. My mental health, unfortunately, woke up about 45 minutes ago, and because I was in anxiety, it's very easy for it to unsettle me. And it started with, I don't know, some bollocks. Started with the coronavirus and ego and other bollocks, and I'm very weak, I'm very tired. I was allowed to rest yesterday, not last night. And unfortunately, one day in a whole week isn't really enough, especially when you're sleeping the amount I'm sleeping. So I needed to wake up this morning, and because of the anxiety, put this video on and took my way and get on with the day. And it was still continuing that with Anthony Joshua in the video. Fine, I have to let it go. I've done my piece with Anthony Joshua. There's nothing else to say there. That's all I have to say, because I've put my mind back into the place that I need to get on with my day.